But that's just the beginning.
We're going to explore the high country from the deepest depths. We're getting ourselves stuck. We're crossing the Snowy River. Starting at Jackson's Crossing and travelling all the way across these ranges to Dargo.
Oh, here we go. Wow! Oh, look at this. This is crazy.
Here we go.
Technically this is insane, but when you're in the middle of the bush and don't have the spares, you run out of options. Insane works.
Merry Christmas. The rear control arm was broken.
No phone service. We didn't see another car for days and days and days.
Rolling the truck was a serious possibility. This was a plan B. We didn't actually have a set campsite that we were heading to.
Sometimes you have to put faith in the leader that it'll all be all right.
You want to watch it. That's all I got to say. You want to watch it, but you'll see.
Your 4x4 is partnered with Yokohama Australia, My Coolman Fridges, Renergy Power Solutions, Clearview Accessories and Sanhema.
This week we're kicking off an epic adventure. We're in Gippsland on the southeastern corner of Australia and we're starting an ominous journey. Travelling from east to west across some of the most remote areas the Victorian High Country has to offer. We're starting at Jackson's Crossing. We're heading across to Ensay, Tambo Crossing. We're tackling the haunted stream track. We're going up and over Mount Sugarloaf. We're checking out some huts, crossing the Nicholson River and many others, and enjoying the amazing ups and downs that the high country is famous for. And our reward at the end of all that is a cool drink at the Dargo Hotel. But guys, all of that is for later, because we're starting our adventure at Mt Nowa Nowa.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm a content creator from Always Touring. In this one, I will be in the new Ford Ranger with Light Fox lighting.
G'day, I'm David. I'm driving the GWM Cannon Alpha.
I'm DK. I'm from Leisure Tech, riding shotgun with Dave.
Hi, it's Christian from Yokohama Tyres. This time we're out in the Victorian High Country in Navara. My name's Matt. I work for Renergy. As you can see behind me, we've got our wild track that's all decked out.
So day one, we made our way to the Stoney Creek Trestle Bridge.
That's a beautiful sight through the trees. I'll tell you what guys, we are super lucky that this has survived the fires.
Monumental engineering achievement back in the day. It's over 100 and something years old.
The bridge was built in 1916 and the last train went across it in 1988, which to me is just absolutely mind-boggling. It's all made from the surrounding trees. Thankfully, they're very straight. It's a great spot for a picnic, great spot just to stop it, get some photos with the kids. Highly, highly recommend it. From there, we headed across to the Costiks Weir.
It's in the middle of nowhere and it's pretty small. A little bit of a gorge and the creek runs through and they've blocked it off. To what end, I have absolutely no idea. We're actually trying to work out what actually is a weir, so I'm going to do a Google search to work out what the difference between a dam and a weir is.
It's amazing to see that these little landmarks have lasted the test of time, the test of nature.
Yeah, great spot to get out and just explore. I think if you had the kids, they'd love it. All the rocks to climb over, make your way around it.
Fall off the top.
No, don't fall off the top, mate.
1, 2, 3, jump!
And then we made our way back through to Mt Nowa Nowa.
I'm really busting to see the Dargo Hotel. It's such an iconic destination. I was really looking forward to take the iconic shot of the vehicles lined up in front of the hotel and to a pub meal as well.
We then made our way up to Mt Nowa Nowa to go explore the area up there.
Guys, awesome views up here, beautiful tracks. Old David's getting a bit more serious up here. We've got a bit of a steeper climb ahead of us.
Yeah, I can see that. All righto, I've got some buttons I need pressing here. I've got diff locks. I don't think I need 4 What do you reckon? I reckon 4 is probably a good idea.
It's wonderful to escape the daily grind, and the best moment is 4 Fridays, when it's Friday just before the weekend and you can get it into 4 and do what a four-wheel drive is built to do, get up a hard track.
We got to the top. That gave us the first introduction to the classic views that you get overlooking the entire mountain ranges and the high country.
Set the tone for the beginning of the trip, really. And then when you get up the top there, you're sort of going, wow, wow, wow.
And you just had this panoramic view, almost 360-degree, sensational. You could see a bit of a burn-off going in one area. Beautiful little spot to go and have a look at.
This is going to be awesome, guys. We're starting at Jackson's Crossing up the Buchan Valley and travelling all the way across these ranges to Dargo, hidden way over there in one of those valleys. It is going to be an incredible journey. Big hills, big deep valleys, lots of river crossings, plenty of action, and hopefully not too many fallen trees. Hang around, guys. It's going to be a fantastic adventure.
From there, we headed off north for an underground experience, but first we needed somewhere to recharge.
So from Mt Nowa Nowa, we continued on through Buchan and we stopped off and made ourselves some lunch. Perfect time, sun was shining to get the Renogy car all opened up. I was able to make myself some peri-peri chicken sandwiches on the sandwich press. Christian jumped onto the pan and made himself up a chorizo wrap, and I'll tell you what, it was pretty good to see all the stuff in action, be able to use it just on the side of the hill there. Simon's made up some wraps for the rest of the crew, which was awesome.
And then it was off to find a local named Roy for an underground adventure.
I had to go in and do a bit of a recce and find the local, was it, Speleologist. Guy who knows about caves.
So this place here is called the Potholes. Across these paddocks here, there are literally hundreds of caves. Don't go wandering around and think, I'll just climb down this little hole, because it might start to open up and you're down.
Away you go.
After lunch, then Roy said that we should go over and check the Pothole Caves Reserve, and then made our way down into the first of the area. These caves were more of an introduction before we went over to the large caves.
So this is Honeycomb Cave.
It was quite interesting. It was like this big hole in the ground just below a tree, completely unfenced. If you weren't paying attention to the area, you could easily fall down it. But it was quite cool and a really cool introduction to the bigger caves that we were going to go see later.
With many of the caves on private property, you'll need to contact the Rimstone Cooperative for access.
So if you're a tourist coming into these caves, you're definitely going to need a torch. It will be handy. Bring your phone as well, because you're going to record some of the most amazing underground footage that you'll ever get to see, and you want some memories. But if you're a professional and you're going to go further, you come kitted out with a headlamp, a helmet, and a guide, all in one. All right, guys, let's go and explore some caves, subterranean Buchan Valley. Let's have a look.
Roy took us to one of the caves that's called the Shades of Death, so, you know, I was pretty happy about that. Nothing bad could happen there, surely. And these caves are not strictly open to the public, they're actually controlled by the Caving Association. It's on private land, you can get access to it, but you need to go through the association to do it.
Wasn't quite sure what to expect with the Shades of Death cave. Roy assured us it was definitely not a tourist cave. Some of these steps were probably 20 centimetres wide, and you have cave either side of you and you're having to turn yourself to get down into some of the sections. It was pretty cool.
We were so lucky to be able to go down there and explore the caves and really get that sense of feeling that not many people have got to be able to go down there and see before.
Oh, wow.
You think about it, something that's evolved over hundreds of thousands of years into like this beautiful piece of artwork. Very fortunate to go and see it, there's no doubt, very special.
It's just amazing, the stalactites and the stalagmites and the veils. It is absolutely awesome.
It was cool to look around on all the geological formations of the rock where you could see illuminated pieces of rock. You had a few bats that went past as well.
This is what was a previous level of the cave, so that would have had mud underneath it, which then the cave level was washed away, leaving that calcite deposit on top. So these things are quite common in caves.
It was like a wonderland. It's not something I've really done before, and just, I don't know, it's like a medieval cathedral of the natural variety, and just the way it's lit, it's just mind-blowing. It's pretty hard to describe, but you're entering another world and just be gobsmacked by the beauty and just knowing that not many people get to see something like this.
After the caves, we said goodbye to Roy. It was time to get into the high country.
Everyone loves a good drive. We're on the blacktop, we're cruising around, we're seeing great scenery. Over the radio, Simon's like, all right, we're going to pull up here and air down. Having done lots of trips with Simon, there's one thing that is probably the most exciting part of any journey, and that's when you air down your tyres, because you know that you're about to get into some serious stuff. Pretty late in the afternoon, we realise it's going to get dark pretty quickly, so we're trying to race ourselves to get to camp.
We're wasting time when we haven't got much time. Christian, we're finally on the dirt and heading into our first full drive location.
Certainly kicking up a fair bit of dust. Looks like it hasn't rained here in a while. I'm hoping those water levels in the rivers aren't too high, because the Navara ain't got no snorkel.
Definitely seen a change of scenery. It's looking pretty beautiful as we come down this side of the mountain. Beautiful little spot, guys, and that is just a welcome to the high country. That is awesome. Absolutely love it.
I didn't have enough time to get a snorkel. The thing that worries me is the air intake comes up to the top of the radiator support panel pointing forward. If water comes up beyond the headlights, it looks like the perfect funnel to pull all the water down into the air filters.
It's the first time I've ever done a creek crossing in an electric vehicle. We didn't get electrocuted, no, nothing blew up, car's not on fire. You can run a hybrid vehicle through water.
It took a while, mate.
Not explode. Yet.
Sam, a nice little creek crossing to get warmed up for our adventure.
Yes, there's nothing better than a creek crossing as you enter the snowy mountains in the high country. It's always a good welcome into the area.
What have you done, Christian?
This is the air intake. I've flipped it 180 degrees so it doesn't sit like that. With it pointing back and up, less likelihood of it sucking a whole lot of water.
And it's some fine craftsmanship?
Cable tie engineering, I call it. So by this stage, given Mt Nowa Nowa and given the amazing caves, it was a pretty darn good day. How the heck could it get any better?
And we're coming down now to Black Satin Creek. Don't know if there'll be any water in it though.
When we dropped down into this super rocky creek, I had no worries at all. I knew the tyres were up to the job and we just sort of bounced through it on our lowered tyre pressures, no sweat.
Running the car across, we put the Yokohama GO17s on it, and I'll tell you what, they have been an amazing tyre. I have not had any time since putting them on the vehicle that I've felt that I've lost grip, and this was no exception.
We turned onto Running Creek track, which must have been a reasonably high elevation because we started going down and down and down for a long time.
Well, if you're not already in it, I'd be saying get low range, guys. It's starting to look pretty steep. This track takes us down to the harder track we're going to do today. That to be a little bit of fun, and hopefully we'll get to Jackson's Crossing before it gets too dark.
Nothing too major, but just enough to start using the gears to get a feel of what the high country is like.
But those big whoopties make it a heck of a challenge for a vehicle, especially the long wheelbase. Oh, that hurts.
We're on the bottom.
Yeah, we're bottoming out. Ow, ow, ow. This hasn't been lifted. It's completely stock standard other than the tyres. We had to creep over very, very gently. Better. It's a little bit stressful, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, and especially when it's not your car. I don't want to give it back broken.
Got a little bit of fall driving ahead of us before we get to the crossing. Sam, you've done a fair bit of work through this area, haven't you?
I moved to the area about 2 years ago, so it's sort of my backyard. I've probably done about 10 or 11 trips since then. It's definitely one of the best places around Australia.
So I've got a question. You've been doing this for 20 plus years. How many trips have you done to the High Country?
Far out. That's a good question. Well over 20. The High Country is such a vast area, but there's always more to explore. You'd spend a lifetime up here and still never touch on every area, every track, every scene, every vista, every bit of history. It's just an amazing area that has so much and holds so much for many different people.
Driving down Running Creek track, I know for a fact that we're about to hit Jackson's Crossing. Jackson's Crossing's been on a bucket list for me for a little while, so I was pretty excited, knowing full well this was potentially going to be the highlight of my trip.
All right, we're just departed Running Creek track. We are now on Jackson's Crossing track. We still have some daylight left. Come on, guys.
We had to cross the Snowy River, hopefully not in the dark. You kind of want to see those rocks and exactly how deep it is. And then we still had to set up camp, so we were cracking the whip a little bit. The luscious, most green paddocks that I've ever seen reveal themselves on the edge of the river. Then you start to get little glimpses of this nice, wide, glistening river. And as you get to that spectacular golden hour, it's just a magical place.
Guys, here we are, the Snowy River. How awesome does this look? We made it in daylight.
Oh, look at that. A bit wary about your huge battery pack that's now going to get completely submerged.
Let's hit this river crossing.
This is a stunning section of Victoria, stunning part of Australia, and just another beautiful reason of why we love our four-wheeling so much. The Snowy River. Woo!
Well, hello, Snowy River.
Geez, flowing hard. Look how quick it is.
Didn't quite know what to expect. I'd seen a couple of photos over the years, but better than I could have ever imagined.
How bloody amazing is this? Popping up onto the other side, there is a good little sand exit here before we hit this second river crossing.
Get across onto the island, and I'm pumped because I know the next one is the big river crossing that's going to get us across to our campsite.
You pretty much drive up the river like you're a ferry. It was just magical, like I was grinning like a fool.
Whoa, look at that. She's reasonably deep too.
I could see Simon up ahead just making his way through the second crossing, and I couldn't even see the exit myself, so I was just literally following the convoy.
You feel like you're just driving directly into a creek with no exit.
Oh, how awesome is that feeling? Water on the tyres. This is absolutely amazing.
In terms of testing the ghetto snorkel, there was a risk there.
I feel like I should be in a boat, not a car right now. It's amazing. What an experience.
I think these have got a pretty good fording depth. I think we're testing it out. You thirsty?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Maybe be able to lick it in a second. Hey, it's not too bad. My ankles aren't getting wet yet. Second crossing! Well, I'm excited. High five.
That was definitely impressive.
Simon, can we do that again?
We are definitely going to do that again tomorrow.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
It'd be fun to do a night drive through that.
I think we almost did.
It's getting dark quick. At least the Lightfox lights are helping us with the search.
Got to admit, I'm feeling a little outgunned with all of you guys, with all of your megawatts of lighting.
Yeah, but we'll all plug into you once we're parked.
There is that. The road was becoming more and more difficult.
Longer drive than I expected, but we're almost there.
Well, there's not a whole lot of track left, so I hope we're there.
You sort of go, well, where's this going?
Oh, we are camping down here. Holy hell.
No bloody way. How's this?
Let's get a fire going. Let's get a campsite set up. Let's get some dinner on board. Pick your campsites, everybody.
I parked myself right on the water because I knew that's exactly where I wanted to wake up the next morning.
You got the Renogy car with their rooftop tent. Maddie opens up the sides and it's just full of cool batteries and cool electronics, and I was waiting for a bread maker or something like that.
Cooked some steaks on the side of the Snowy River. I couldn't imagine anything better for our first night in.
Such a fantastic place to camp.
Good campfire, good laughs, couple of drinks. Perfect start to our trip. Keen to see where we go from here.
Couldn't finish the episode in a more beautiful spot.
Time for some well-deserved rest. Where was the deepest water crossing you've ever done? And if you want to see more, click here.